The German has a pedigree at this tournament, having reached a final in 2020 before losing out to Dominic Thiem. Zverev looked to be on the cusp of a successful year when he reached the Australian Open final back in January, and he would also reach the quarterfinal at the French Open. Wimbledon was a huge setback for the world number 3, however, as he was taken out in the first round by Arthur Rinderknecht. Jimmy Connors has shared whether he thinks Zverev will ever win a Grand Slam, and naturally, the focus will be on him again at this tournament. Ahead of his maiden match at Flushing Meadows against Alejandro Tabilo, pundits have started to discuss his Zverev was beaten by Carlos Alcaraz in Cincinnati, and he will hope to get another crack at playing the Spaniard at the US Open, given that it means he has gone deep at the tournament. Petkovic reached the last 8 at the US Open when she was a player, and on the Rennie Stubbs podcast, she's delivered her verdict on Zverev's chances at the tournament. De Minaur, I think he has a 100-1 record against, and the one time he did lose was at the United Cup. I think the players who have been drawn into his section are beatable. Although I will say he has a possible third round against Gael Monfils, and if Gael Monfils can play as well as he did at the Australian Open, who knows? I would never underestimate Gael Monfils. She said, I think he will make the semis. I think the people in his sections are people he generally likes to play, whether it's an Andrei Rublev or a Karen Khachanov, even though he lost to him in Toronto. Chances of claiming a first Grand Slam title at this event. Despite being the world number 3, the fact that he was poor at Wimbledon could do Zverev a huge favor here. Nobody is really expecting Zverev to blitz through the door, and as a result, he could become a beneficiary if there are some early casualties for the big players.